Is P-Pop a copy of K-pop?
Filharmonic and Kumu put together an entire riff-off comparing the two genres, and you can go check out the video and decide for yourself.
But we traveled to the Philippines so that we can get one of the P-Pop groups, Bgyo, to react to it.
I am interested to hear what they have to say about just P-Pop and K-pop in general and the comparison that we make in this video. So, I'm nervous, but let's go. Let's watch it. Here's the reaction.
Hi! We are BGYO, and today
Filharmonic used to have a sign that we thought we'd...
What's your sign? Is that it?
It was an F. It was like kind of resembling like the F in our like logo. We got rid of that in 2014. So
why? Why'd you get rid of it?
We just stopped doing it. I don't know. It was like
it's actually interesting because when I first met BGYO, they all stood in a line and they said "Mabuhay,"
Oh, really?
and then they all they had their introduction of who they are. So they're like very respectful, so nice when they first met us.
Filharmonic's K-pop and P-Pop Riff Off.
I'm nervous.
Wait, sorry, I just have to mention they were like shocked because they didn't know how loud the speaker was gonna be.
Oh, okay. I was like,
so
is it bad?
No, yeah. So the very first note, they all got scared. So
Okay.
that was their
Okay,
first
okay.
reaction.
Nice. They liked the transition there. That's what they didn't like me saying it. They liked the black and white. That
Which
was you.
I
That was
did.
you. That was great. BINI actually has like an a cappella version of this song. That
Oh,
they've
their
done.
own?
Yeah, like they've done it like straight
Oh.
up like a college a cappella group. Like BINI knows how hard it is.
This is like after they watched Born to Win, and then BGYO and BINI, who sings the first song, are created under the same company, which is ABS-CBN's initiative.
Right.
I have a feeling na Pinoy sila. Oh, parang...
That's Filharmonic.
Oh, so they just got it. Cool. You know, you would be surprised people don't get it right away.
So they know.
Yeah. The dance moves. They're going against each other, yeah. Okay, so, you know, this video, we've been thinking about how to do this for a really long time, and we wanted to do it the right way. We looked so hard to find people that like Korean a cappella singers in LA, and it was hard. It was really tough, and I'm really glad with the people that we found. Shout out to Youngjin, Samuel, Ryan, and Lauren. They were amazing. And one thing that we were very cautious about when arranging this and shooting it was making sure that they were showcasing each other's differences, showcasing each other's similarities too, like just like literally putting them next to each other, but not against each other. And that's like the biggest point of this whole thing. It's like, look at them singing two different pop songs.
Yeah.
Pop songs.
Yeah, like
this
it's
is all
like,
pop.
I've actually seen that discussion online in terms of like looking at this as like the Asian pop scene.
Yeah.
As in like, because J-pop is also a huge thing, and like K-pop took elements from American pop, from J-pop. So like, it's not weird for us to consider that P-pop did the same thing that everyone else did. Like, it's not necessarily P-pop copying K-pop, but it's like they're just taking strategies that many other groups have done. It's not just K-pop.
Oh, I'm nervous. Oh, I'm nervous. Oh, nice. No, you're not. So that's an example of making it my own, and that's like a very small thing. It's like just one little like rundown.
Well, okay, here's the thing. It's not a small thing, but for me as a non-singer, I didn't notice the difference. We did a video with BGYO where they actually teach me how to sing their song. So that's Aki's part. But it's just like one note. I'm not gonna try to attempt it because
It's high. That's a high
out
note.
of embarrassment, I'm not gonna try it. But he did that, and then he really loved what you had done because you like drew it out.
Yeah,
And
it's just a little different. And I think that's what's cool about covers is that, you know, like I am coming to the song, that was the first time I'm singing it, right? So like I'm coming it with a fresh approach, as opposed to, I'm sure he sings it 10 times a day. And so just to hear someone like with a different, slightly different, you know, thought of like what the song could do is going to be interesting. Don't compare us, because if you heard the number of takes I took to get that, like nosebleed to the max trying to get that Tagalog right. So
But
it's hard.
I will say that every single person who hears you do the Tagalog, they're just shocked. And
because I'm the one that doesn't know Tagalog. So
I don't know. I think it also says a lot about like P-pop because the thing that makes P-pop unique is like you have that Tagalog language. Same thing with K-pop. Like a lot of people say like, oh, I can't understand it, but I feel the emotion. Like I love this. I just find that interesting because that's the one thing that makes P-pop unique to the Philippines or makes it very Filipino.
yeah, I mean, and then to get them excited because it's their song. This is too much. I straight up can't look at this. I can't watch. Okay, let's keep going. They're replaying it. They're replaying it. Oh, that's funny.
So good. Like that. They gave me an idea on our next performance.
Oh, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Yeah, killing it. Sing, Lauren. I was the most nervous about this because it's in order for this to not come across corny, which honestly, like TBD if it did, I don't know if I still haven't decided if I think it's corny. I think it's pretty corny. And so when they get to the point where they're like, we're doing this intense thing with just boom, 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 boom. It's like, whoa, that's so crazy. And like when you really dive into what a cappella is, that's when it becomes not corny. We didn't want to seem like we were mocking any of these groups, that we were doing like a low budget version of these, which was a concern, right? That it was like, we don't want to make it seem like we're singing, right? Like we're like actually singing all of these songs. And so like we can't dance right now. Can't dance at all, but like we can't dance on top of this because we're singing the whole time, and we didn't want to make it seem like the lack of choreography or the lack of like, you know, production craziness that these K-pop groups and P-pop groups are known for. The fact that it was missing, I didn't want to seem like a mockery.
Yes.
I like the bass though.
Nice. Jules. I can't look.
Is that true?
Wait, sorry. Say it again.
They said the other group is joining now. They're recognized.
They are. Yeah, it's both of us.
How do they know that?
Because they're still singing BLACKPINK.
Oh my gosh, my ear is so untrained.
They're still singing
That's
that.
amazing.
Every day, I think the load gets heavy.
I'm learning. Oh my gosh.
Joe, well done. Another questionably corny part, you know?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I was
love
nervous about this being corny. Nico feature.
It's so cool to see them recognize like all the effort that is put into this because I'm still kind of at the like superficial level of like, oh, that sounds great. Like, that's cool. Also, they're like good friends with SB19. We went to Enchanted Kingdom, which is like the Disneyland of the Philippines. And then literally it was like an SB19 member hanging out with a BGY member.
Nice.
They're literal friends.
Isama na sila.
I think it was really important for us to, you know, that whole like come together moment at the end, that like this was not K-pop versus P-pop, but K-pop and P-pop can both succeed in a genre that everyone listens to and everyone likes. And if you do listen, like there's a lot of layering that happens at the end where like we're singing Butter, but in every little like pause, we're putting all these other groups.
I heard those, yeah.
And the point of that really, like props to Joe for arranging that, but I think what's important there is that it's all pop and they mash up so well, and not in a way that they're copying each other, but they're inspired by each other. And that was what we're trying to show, that like this doesn't have to be like a us versus them thing. This could be like this is a win for everyone involved. One
of the things that I really liked about BGYO that I saw at P-Pop Con is they have really good chemistry with each other. Like you kind of notice in the way that like they're always teasing each other or whatever, but even when you looked on stage, they were just so playful and they kept doing like these things that the others didn't know that they were gonna do. I mean, I'd have to imagine that group chemistry really translates into the performance and stuff.
As someone that has been in the group for 9 years, like it is so important. Like not to sound corny, but it's really important to like trust them. Like there's some level of like, if like I know what VJ is going to do and I know like how to sing in a way that like VJ and I will sound good, like there's just this inherent trust between all of us that like I don't ever get nervous anymore on stage. I get more nervous when I'm not with them.
Oh, that's sweet.
Nakakatuwa pa yung sa panoorin kasi
parang bagay yung songs together.
That's the
See?
whole point.
Seeing P-pop in the same place as K-pop at the same time is very cool because K-pop is more known and a lot of people know it more than P-pop, of course. And it's showing that P-pop is growing and more people are finding out about it.
It's the whole goal.
It motivates us to do more and be better.
And nakakatawa kasi na-recognize din nila na kahit sabihin mo nasa ibang bansa sila. Kumbaga, tumatawid din yung music niya.
Yep.
It makes me proud that I'm Pinoy and I'm part of K-pop.
Nice.
I think the first step for K-pop to be known in the whole world is by Filipinos loving it. Because that's our own product.
For example, for every song that we release, we try to put the Filipino culture into it, like the language, the way how we dress, and
Our
how we
name.
tell our stories.
Shout out, Kasmala.
That's my favorite song.
Bazinga.
I love that song.
Abakada.
And Best Time.
That's their latest song.
Yeah.
I love BTS.
Nice.
Thank you for staying. We wouldn't be here without you guys, so
They're addressing their
we love
fans.
you all so much. Hopefully, we get to perform in a lot of stages with you, like different countries from the Aces all around the world. We hope to meet you guys soon.
Yes, and you guys are the reason why we are working hard, staying strong, and being grounded. As always.
You know, one thing that's really corny, it's weird that you don't understand that phrase until you actually, like, there's like a whole new realization to that where it's like, we do this for you, which like every artist says that, right? It's like, we do this because of you, and it's like, you're the reason we get to do this. And like low-key, when you realize that like people buying tickets and people buying music is literally the only reason that you're able to keep doing this, is like this whole new level of like appreciation. It's like, no, for real, I'm doing this because of you. Like, thank you. Hits different when you hear like when I hear an artist say that now. I mean, I'm glad they didn't hate it, so that's good. I'm glad they liked that little riff. I think
Yeah.
that's the one thing I changed. This made me feel good because the point of why we did this whole video, why we did the Kpop, P-Pop Riff Off, they understood why we were comparing the two genres.
Yeah, I think it's cool to have traveled to the Philippines and be able to meet with them, and like Filipino representation is a whole different ballpark there because it's like Filipinos are the mainstream, yes, but what they're looking for is recognition on the global stage, and they see K-pop as like, well, they did it, when is it our turn with our culture? Even just witnessing like an American group, and they know like you all, like they've seen James Corden and all that stuff. These are all of their like peers, at least in the P-pop space. They know these people, like BINI is their sister group, it's their song, SB19, they're friends with them. But then even like they recognize all the K-pop songs because they love K-pop.
Yeah.
That was my number one learning as like an American before going to the Philippines. I thought it was like, oh, that's embarrassing, like P-pop copied K-pop. But then going there and it's like they embrace that, they love that, and they recognize that K-pop success actually paves the way for P-pop to do well on the main stage, like in the mainstream.
Yeah. To say that they stole the genre or to copy the genre is probably like the nastiest way to put it, in the same way that like Filharmonic copied Pentatonics. Like, yes, we copied their layout, but we don't sound like them. Like, we make it our own, we make it different.
But here's the thing, it's like, it's a business move.
Yeah.
One of the things that I learned is like K-pop groups actually recruit on purpose other people from other countries. Like they'll have a Filipino, or like Lisa from BLACKPINK who's Thai. They purposely get people from other countries so that they can enter into those markets.
Yeah.
It's just so smart. It's like, why wouldn't you copy that?
Isn't Nate from America?
Nate is American. It's cool to like see their work also be like, you know, used and like transformed in a way.
Yeah. Thanks, BGYO. Glad you liked it. Let us know when you're in LA. We'll let you know when we're in Manila. We'll sit and get it sometime. We'll do another riff off. It's on.
Yeah, those two. Oh my God, that'd be so cool.
Thanks so much for watching our reaction to BGYO reacting to this riff off. If you want to see BGYO's video, it's on One Down's YouTube channel. If you want to watch the original riff off, it's on the Filharmonic's YouTube channel. And if you want to hear us talk about everything all the time, Leo and I have a podcast called The Cheese News Canceled that you can check out on Spotify and also check out every Monday on Kumu.
That's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching.
See you later.